think that the most important is stability in the country. To be stable for our country like Macedonia means to be part of European Union and NATO, and we are on the way in this process, facing with some challenges those days. Of course, all these things influence a lot economic in the country and the economical future in the country also. We have the different type of industrial activities here. Let's say agricultural products. Those products are recognized in the region like the best, I can say. Also, I can say that metallurgical industry, it's very developed in Macedonia with several metallurgical factories here for producing ferronickel, ferrochrome, and also some steel factories. Also, we have metal industry. I can say that we have few factories which is very good in the metal industry, tobacco industry, a lot of textile also, working for a lot of brands in Europe. Generally saying, for macroeconomic parameters in our country, I can say after some tendency in the previous years, which we have from the political point of view, and some decreasing of the GDP numbers, this year I can say with the proud that we have very encouraging numbers.
The budget is in solid condition, macroeconomic stability is very good. The refund of VAT on the companies is going after 5 years. There is no delay, so the money is coming back in the business. We have inflation, stability inflation. It's about 1% in the last few years. The stability of the exchange rate of dinar is 4 years stable, and our currency is closely related to euro. Our debt is about 50%, which is from GDP.
The banking system is very stable with very low NPLs, non-performing loans, and with a very good liquidity, able to serve any investor with a very affordable funding. Also, the labor force is very educated here, and the cost of the labor force is well below EU average. So on the downside, I think that productivity is lower than in the European region. Another downside could be represented by the low capacity of the administration.
Macedonia quizá tiene a su favor el hecho de que es un país pequeño. Aparte de los criterios de Copenhague, hay que considerar también otro criterio, que es el de la capacidad de absorción de la Unión Europea. Y en ese sentido, las dimensiones modestas de Macedonia se convierten paradójicamente, yo creo que en un factor que juega a su favor. Puede crecer probablemente incluso hasta rápidamente si se pone en marcha todo este círculo virtuoso de acercamiento e ingreso en la OTAN y acercamiento e ingreso en la Unión Europea.
When we start the negotiation, unfortunately, we lose 13 years. But the negotiation, chapter by chapter, will be to improve all the situation, including the business situation, and to implement the EU standards, EU values in different, for example, what is to have, do not have roaming, to have stronger, very high environmental standards, to have very high level standards of consumer protection. The benefits of our EU integration is to become a member of the market, the biggest market in the world, one of the biggest markets in the world.
minoría grande del 25% musulmano-albanesa y una mayoría eslava del 70-75%. Esas dos poblaciones tienen costumbres muy distintas, que se manifiestan incluso en sus hábitos de consumo. La minoría albanesa tiene más dinero para gastar en sus casas, lo que supone un importante nicho de mercado para todo lo que es material de construcción.
ICEX is a supermarket chain. It is the biggest supermarket chain here in Macedonia that has 40 stores and one delicatessen store. Mostly our consumer profiles are women and families from 3 to 5 members. Our consumers are around age from 25 to 60 years with family monthly incomes of approximately 400 to 900 euros per month. Our consumers are price sensitive and promo sensitive consumers, but consumers that would like also to be offered in our stores a variety of products. They would like bigger assortment to choose. About the monthly buying potential is approximately 200 euros per month for food, sanitary and hygienic products.
The traditional way of distribution in Macedonia is through the distributors' mediation, and we as buyers, we are buying from the distributors. The new way that comes is the direct import from our side, and to make this differentiation on the market that we are trying to.
We would like to offer to our consumers products that cannot buy from any other store. That's the reason we'd like to buy directly and skip the distributor's margin and to have the lowest and more acceptable prices.
Macedonia, in the index from the World Bank of doing business, it's on the 11th position in the world, what is, I think, a big success. And it showed that the climate from the administrative point of view, it's very positive.
They can import all things, and what is importing after assembling in the factories, it could be export without customs. And also, for the first time, because we have some subsidies for foreign investments, for example, they can rent the land 99 years only for €1 per month.
They have a really good tax system. If they are in the free customs zone, for 10 years they can pay corporate tax and personal tax is zero. I think that is a very good opportunity for them to decrease their cost. Also, they can find very good labor and very skilled people for their industry, and also they can count with very transparent, supportive scheme for their investment.
But also, we are good possibilities from brownfield, not only for greenfield investment, and for investment outside of the zones.
Como llevo Bulgaria y Macedonia, yo diría que Macedonia es más fácil para la empresa española que Bulgaria, en el campo de inversiones y sobre todo en el campo de infraestructuras. El mercado está más abierto, aún no han adquirido las empresas macedonias el expertise para hacer ellas las obras, como en Bulgaria el mercado está más abierto. Hay muchísimo por hacer, insisto, no solamente en equipamiento nacional, donde está todo por hacer, sino también en Connecting Europe, la conectividad, la estrategia de los Balcanes occidentales.
amount of funds dedicated to Macedonia by the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development is reaching 1.8 billion euros for the moment, with an active portfolio of 800 million. We invested primarily in big infrastructure projects like railway and roads infrastructure. Also in the energy sector, we devoted more than 30% of our investments. Here we invested both generation capacity and electricity transmission line and interconnectors, but also private sector, which accounts around 30% of our investment. And here we invested directly, we supported directly Macedonian and foreign companies investing in Macedonia, and also indirectly by providing credit lines to the commercial banks dedicated mainly to SMEs. Beside the renewable energy, there are a lot of works in the energy sector in rehabilitation of the hydropower plants, and also in new connection lines integrating the region. A second sector of interest, I think it's construction, public works that are funded by international financial institutions and EU, and in the next 1 year, more than 600 million worth of contracts will be tendered.
Macedonia needs in water sector are well elaborated by EPTISA in 2015-2016 in this project for development of national water study. This project analyzes the current situation in the sector and estimates the actions, measures needed for Macedonia to meet requirements of the Drinking Water Directive and Urban Wastewater Treatment Directive. In money, as I said, Macedonia needs 1.7 billion euro till 2041.
The procurement and the tender process will be overseen by the international financial institutions. So this guarantees a very transparent way of tendering and awarding the contracts.
We are applying only for the projects financed by European Union. The country is using IPA funds, meaning pre-accession funds. And most of the money are coming from European Union with co-financing from Macedonian government, usually with 20%. But I have to mention that one project which I mentioned for supervision of railway corridor Kumanovo-Beljakovce is financed by EBRD.
We have to secure somehow the positive environment for our entrepreneurs in our country and in your country. And I think that is the good starting point if we can organize some meeting between the governmental representative from Spain in the economical departments and from our side also. I am ready personally to participate in this process. For us, like small country, will be big honor to cooperate with Spain. Of course, any cooperation with big countries in the European Union, it's significant impact for our economy. And this is the reason why we are very committed to develop this type of cooperation. We have cooperation with some Spain company in this moment, especially, let's say, with EPTISA. EPTISA is a supervision company with the Spain origin, and I can say that they are very professional, and I'm very satisfied with this type of cooperation. I think that some Spain companies on the very high level from the point of view of the standards and the technical and technology development, and I think that they can bring some value in our economy, and for this reason they are very welcome, and I hope that we can encourage them.